We are not. We are not environmentalists. We are not ecologists. We are ecology. We are environment, and this is something that we have forgotten. We try to, even if we try to save the environment, we try to save the ecology. But what we are forgetting over here is we are it. It encompasses us. We not separate from it. Soil is us. We are soil. Ecology is us. We are ecology. They're not two separate things. So just as we understand it, how our minds are conditioned in the way to perceive it, that we separate ourselves from the environment. We try to fix the environment. We try to fix the ecology. But what we have to understand over here is that we are the ecology. We are the environment. We have our roots embedded in soil, our entire body embedded in soil. We are soil, and we are this planet. We cannot fix the planet understanding that this is me, this is the planet. Planet, me. No, there's only one thing. It's just we are piece of soil itself who is aware and who is bouncing around this planet. Just because of we are bouncing on this planet, it doesn't mean that we are separate from it, right? Just because when we were initially when we are born, so at that time when our umbilical cord is is tied to our mother's womb, that makes us aware that we are tied to her, right? Just after we are detached from our mother's womb, still there's a thread, there's an invisible thread that connects us. We know it internally. there's a there's an invisible thread that connects you to your parents, and you know it. There is unconscious or conscious experience that always makes sure, we cannot visibly see it, but it can be only be experienced. It can only be experienced in a way that invisible thread is there. The same way there's an invisible thread that is tied, that ties us and the environment too, and that is something that never separates us. But what how we look at it is we separate ourselves from the planet, Earth, whatever we call it, the our very source, because we are connected with that invisible thread that we have forgotten, and that is what makes us who we are. Our source, our very source, is this planet, this earth, soil, water, everything that our body comprises of. It is what is getting extinct. Water is going extinct. That the water that you drink. It's actually, if you don't save soil, it turns to sand. Trust me, we have no adverse and bad days we have not seen where the basic needs we are devoid of, because our minds are not enough. In a way, they are not capable to perceive. They cannot imagine that state, because right now we are running after our own aspirations and stuff. But the basic needs, when we are devoid of it, then we will understand that what disaster we have got ourselves into. But if we take proper actions right now, if we understand that we are ecology, we have to fix ourselves, to fix the planet, to fix the soil, to fix the earth, and become an earth buddy by fixing ourselves, by fixing yourself. You are the ecology, you are the environment. So it's not that we are becoming environmentalist or we are becoming ecologist. We are it, not separate from it. Just like the example I gave regarding your mother and you, that physical thread is not there anymore, that umbilical cord is not there anymore, but there's still a spiritual thread, a non-physical thread. It's better to call it non-physical thread. It's still there. Be it any part of the world you are separate, I mean separate from your parents. Your parents are suppose in India, you are in US, but still there's an invisible thread that will connect, and you will be connected with that thread. Even if you want to make it disappear, it won't go. It would still be there intact. The same way, your mother soil, that is mother of our very being, it is connected to us with that thread. So we have to understand, we don't forget it. If we forget this, we forget and we forsake. The better word is if we forsake our mother. So if you won't do it with your own parents, why the hell would you or I would do with our own soil and let it go extinct and let it die. It's dying, soil is dying. It's time to wake up. It's time for you to make sure the people around you they wake up. But it's very fact that soil is dying means your mother is passing away. So your all the blood and bones and everything in your body that is being given by her, like your physical mother. So what from where she has received, if you actually climb up the ladder and if you go to more depth, it's a better word, to go to a better depth, then you will be actually reaching to the same place, to this planet, to this earth, to soil, to your mother soil. uh, so we have to save your our own mother. We're not separate from it, we are it. The only way out is to fix yourself and manage soil consciously so that it doesn't go extinct, and we can make a turnaround from this very verge of this disaster, this soundless disaster, which is taking place right in this moment, or else we'll weep over it after it is after we actually face it in a bigger and in a more disastrous manner. So let's save soil and make sure that everyone around you is aware about this annihilation that might take place. The food that is becoming trash, the soil is losing its richness. The soil loses its richness. Our very own body will perish. The soil perishes. It's just like our very mother is perishing, and we don't want to do anything about it because we cannot experience that invisible thread. If we are able to, at least, we can do something for our physical mother. The same something we can at least talk about it so that we give our words and democracy. If you speak about it, that will be counted. That you are actually getting impacted if the soil is dying because it's not different from you. It is your source. It's just you or I. We have forgotten that. Just make sure that make everyone aware about it, and let's save soil. Let's make it happen. Save soil.